YouTube, Down to Bricks here. In today's video,
we interrupt this regular LEGO scheduled video to bring you action figures.
hey guys, how you going today? I've got something a little bit different for you. I'm going to do an action figure unboxing, a bit of a haul video. You're used to seeing LEGO haul videos from me, but I'm going to do some action figures because I'm really excited. I've got a big pile of stuff here, as you saw from the thumbnail, and it's come about really because a few things got pushed back towards the end of the financial year, towards the end of June, and then all of a sudden they just flooded out heaps of stuff. And like I said, I've got a big pile here. I also got my Big Bad Toy Store loot crate shipped out before the end of June as well, because from 1st of July in Australia here, we're getting a 10% GST added to all imports, anything under $1,000. We used to only pay it for things over $1,000, but now it's for every dollar spent. So really sucks, but it's just one of those things we have to deal with, isn't it? So let's get cracking into a box. And now, speaking of overseas, this one's actually from Australia. So this one is from a little toy company. So I've looked at their channel a number of times. Their site a number of times, but I've never pulled the trigger on anything until now. I have got something I've pre-ordered as well. So let's get the box out of the way and see what we have in here. Bit of bubble wrap. And now, of course, I have done some other videos. I've done collection videos, and I'll put a card up here. I'll run a couple of cards so you can see. I've done a 6-inch action figure collection video, and I've also showed off my Masterpiece Transformers as well. So if you want to go and check those out, they're probably not the greatest video, especially the action figures. I had a bit of trouble shooting that. I'm not used to shooting action figures, but go and check it out. And I think it's probably about time I do a update on both of those collections. But let's start with what I got here. So this is the Extraction Dutch from the very first Predator movie. Such a fantastic movie. And NECA, I just love the NECA stuff. The price you pay and the quality. Check him out. I mean, isn't that Arnie? That face sculpt is just awesome. So got this. I got a few other. You can't see them. They're just down below there. I don't think you can see them. I do have Mud Dutch, and I love that figure. So I wanted to add another one. So where am I going to stack these up? Let's put that there. Okay. So now we're going to get into another box here. So let me just rip this one open, and because I've already opened it. Now this was from Hobby Link Japan, and what I did get. Let's chuck the box over there. So I got this guy here, which is not in there because I've opened him up, and this is a New Hope Obi-Wan. Now I was so excited when they announced this figure because I'm really working on trying to get all my favourite characters from the OT Star Wars, and I've got him right here. Now check him out. Now I absolutely love this. I was a little bit concerned actually, from pictures and other reviews of the face sculpt. It didn't quite look right, and I've got to say, in hand, it is absolutely fantastic. I mean, that's what really sells me on this figure, is the face sculpt. It really is awesome. Now, I know a lot of people have an issue with the hood not laying properly. Yeah, I'm pretty forgiving when it comes to an awesome face sculpt, so that's really sells it for me on this figure, and it absolutely looks fantastic on my Star Wars shelf. So just after a few more figures there that I'm really hanging for is to get a Yoda, Leia, and a Lando as well. So that would really make me happy if we got those figures. I know that Figure Arts have a Leia and a Yoda. They've been teasing us with that, so we'll see how we go with that. So put that down here. Now let's go to, well, I'm going to show you another one. Now this is from Me, and again, it's another one I opened. So out of all this stuff, I just opened a couple of things because I couldn't help myself. And this is the Mark 50 Iron Man from Infinity Wars. Such a great movie, and what's it now? It's only like a few more weeks before it comes out on Blu-ray. Yes, can't wait for that. I've already seen it like 3 or 4 times, so yeah, I can't wait to watch it again already. So got this Iron Man. I've kind of gone back and forth because I'm relatively only new to collecting, and I've gone back and forth on which Iron Man to get, and I've never really picked up an Iron Man until now, and that's why I had to get him open. And here he is here now. I've got him on a Mafex stand here, and some of the tolerances, I've got a bit of a loose shoulder, and the neck and head's a little bit tight. Now I know I can sort of loosen those up a bit, but the finish is just exceptional on this figure. He really does look good. Check this out. So yeah, super stoked to finally have an Iron Man on the shelf. So I do have a Comic Cave Iron Man on pre-order, so I'm looking forward to that. And I do have the Mezco Iron Man as well. Don't get me started on Mezco though. I've got a bit of a gripe with those guys at the moment. I'll probably get to that as we gibber on here. Okay, well let's stay with a me. So I got another parcel here now. I haven't opened this one, so let's get into it. Let's see what this one is. So I do get a lot of my figures from Japan. So who did we get here? Ooh, haha. Okay, so it's a Scarecrow. This is the Mafex, or Mafex. I think you're supposed to say it's Mafex. And that is Scarecrow. Now I've got to say, I absolutely love what Mafex is doing with the Dark Knight Trilogy figures. They're just fantastic. They're some of my favourite figures. So we've got Selina Kyle, Joker, Bane. I do have the Batman Begins Batman as well, because with this figure here you do get some accessories, and I'll show you on the back there, where you can make up the Batman Begins Batman to the Demon Batman. So how awesome is that? I mean, that just looks so cool, doesn't it? So I can't wait to set my Batman Begins Batman up like that. So very cool. Was a little bit more expensive than some of the other Mafex figures, I think, just because of those accessories. So very keen to get him open. And where are we going to go? Well, we'll just keep going with a me, shall we? So I got another parcel. Let's cut into him. Oh, okay. Oh, a bit tough getting into this one. Alright, haha. Alright, we're staying on the same trilogy, and I've got to say the Dark Knight trilogy is one of my favourite trilogies of all time. Of course, the original trilogy of Star Wars will always be #1 without a doubt, but #2, it's very hard for me. It's either Lord of the Rings or the Dark Knight trilogy, and here is Batman. So this is version 3.0, so this allows me now, I can make up my Begins Batman as the Demon Batman, and then I still have a Dark Knight Trilogy Batman. I think this one, there's a bit of glare there, so it's a bit hard to show him off, but let's show the back. That might be a little bit easier to see. So very cool, lots of accessories, couple of different head sculpts. Actually, I can't even see his head there. Oh, there it is. His head's fallen off. It's down in there. But yeah, very cool. So stoked to have that Batman. Let's change it up a little bit and go with eBay. Now I have got a couple of parcels from eBay. So this one I just did cut the top open, so let's pluck it out. And this is the only Transformer I have in this lot. I have got a couple other Transformers ordered. I've actually got a huge Transformer ordered. I'm not going to say any more than that, because if you like this video, I'll keep doing them. I kind of save up and get all my orders sent at the same time, or close together, so I'll have a few packages to open at a time. if you want to see more, let me know in the comments. Okay, and it is the Fans Toys Rogue, or of course it's RC. So I'm really wanting to increase my bots on my movie shelf. So I wanted to get this one. Now I know a lot of people have issues with this RC. Apparently it's not the best Fans Toys product, but honestly, I'm really just wanting to put RC on my shelf to go with my other bots. So if it has any sort of transformation issues or whatever, I'm not too concerned with that at all, because I really just want to put it in bot mode on my shelf. Okay, so that is that one. Now, what is the other? We're going to stick with eBay. So I only got a couple more parcels before I get into my loot crate. From Big Bad Toy Store. It's always so exciting to get your loot crate shipped out from Big Bad Toy Store. Okay, so here, and this is going to get me onto Mafex. I'm not going to be able to help to talk about it. So I did get the Figure Arts Wonder Woman, and I actually decided not to get this or the Mafex Wonder Woman, and I was just going to get the Mezco Wonder Woman. Now, here's a better photo there. Is it zooming in? There we go. I think the sculpt on this Wonder Woman is fantastic from Figure Arts. It's much better than the Mafex one. And really, I just got sick of waiting for Mezco to release theirs. It was supposed to be out the start of the year, and it's just been pushed back. We still don't have it. So now we're in July, and crikey, we still don't blimey have it. They just keep pushing figures back. I think I've got like 6 or 7 figures that are due for release either in July or beforehand, and they still haven't come out. So, you know, there's Wonder Woman, there's the tactical suit, Justice League Batman, what else is there? Gladiator, Thor and Hulk, Doctor Strange, Aquaman. It's just like, come on. I think I've pre-ordered probably a dozen figures throughout the year, more figures from Mezco. I think they just need to focus on putting some figures out rather than putting more pre-orders out. Give us something to play with, come on. But yeah, I found this at a really good price on eBay. I paid $62 delivered, and for a Figure Arts figure, $62 Australian in hand is pretty darn good. So I couldn't help it. I had to get a Wonder Woman. Okay. So what do we got here? Now this here is, I think this one, I haven't got anything written on here. I think it's from Nippon Yasen. And let's see what it is. Again, out of Japan. Yes, that's what it is. That's where it's from. And it's the Last Jedi Luke. So I'm pretty stoked to have Obi-Wan and now Luke to go on my Star Wars shelf. I do have the New Hope Luke, which I actually bought that one first over this one. I do prefer that, but again, this one was re-released, so it made it a pretty good price. It's a lot cheaper than getting one, you know, second hand or you know, on the secondary market. So pretty happy to get that. And I never realised, I don't know whether I just didn't read it or they didn't say or what it was, but I didn't know that you got the Vader head as well in this. So that's pretty cool. I don't have the Figure Arts Vader. I've got the Mafex Rogue One Vader. So yeah, I might just have to put that head sculpt on display because it does look pretty cool. Alrighty, woohoo! Big Bad Toy Store. Let's get into this beauty. Alright, I've been waiting for this. So this one's been sitting there. So if you don't know, you have up to 3 months to put stuff away at Big Bad Toy Store before you have to get it shipped out. So a lot of this stuff here, well not a lot, but some of it actually, it's almost going back to being released 3 months ago. So it's probably a lot of stuff that a lot of you guys have already seen if you're action figure fans. But let's take a look at what's in here. Let's get all the bubbles out. Holy dooly. Look at this. Let's have a look at that. Yeah. So straight on top, check this out. Oh, I had to get Crash. How cool is that? So Nikka has brought out Crash. Look at the size of this thing. Man, that is very, very cool. Awesome. I also have the hoverboard Crash on pre-order as well. So my family, especially my wife, she is a massive Crash Bandicoot fan, but just brings back fond memories of all of us playing Crash Bandicoot back in the day when it first came out. So very, very cool. So now I have to start another shelf for Crash Bandicoot somewhere. Oh, Krog, I'm just stacking it up here. The pile's getting a little bit wonky. Alright, now, okay, so there's no Lego in here, but it doesn't mean there's not a brick-based theme in here, or brand. So let's grab out, I'm just going to grab a handful first. So I've got some of these Hero line figures from Mega Constructs, and I have been collecting the Master of the Universe figures, but actually, for me to get them here, because we don't get them in Australia, or if we do, I don't know who has them. So I have to actually buy them from overseas, and the first couple where I got Skeletor and He-Man, I was actually just buying single figures off eBay, and I was paying a fortune for them. I actually paid about the same for one figure that I was off eBay for the whole series of 6 from Big Bad Toy Store, so that was very cool. So we've got Faker here from Masters of the Universe, and we got the T-1000, and what's this one? And Data from Star Trek. So let me, where am I going to put these? I'll just chuck those on the floor there. Grab a couple more out. What else we got in here? The Xenomorph. Now I do have, I'm pretty sure I do have a Xenomorph, but this one comes with a face hugger and is a bit scarred up. It has the blood coming out, the acid blood. So very cool. Leonardo as well. So I think in this style, because I know that they've done Ninja Turtle sets, but I think in this style, this is the first figure. So hopefully in each series we get a turtle. So I end up with all 4 turtles. And the T-800 Guardian. Very cool. And check this out, Bender. Now I do have the Kubro from Mega Constructs Bender, and I love that, so I had to get this Heroes line action figure, or mini action figure, or whatever you call them. Robot oil, that's very cool. Okay, woohoo! What else we got in here? Oh, so this isn't too exciting. This is some NECA stands. So I do like, especially with the Predators, I do like displaying the heads as well, because I can never decide what to do with the heads, like whether to display with the masked head or the unmasked head. So I do like to display both. So I put one on the figure, and then I've actually just been using the Mayfix stands and taking the arms off and using those. But now I've decided to actually get some NECA stands, so that will be nice to add to the shelf. And we've got a couple of big things in here, but we've got a few more smaller things, so let's grab some of that out. And now just give a quick shout out to a couple of channels that I do watch for action figures, Cincy Nerd and Josh Pence. Now I did see these originally on Cincy's channel, but then it was Josh talking them up all the time. I had to start collecting them. So these are the Boss Fight Studios Vitruvian hacks, and I've got 3 already in my collection, so I've got another 3 to add now. So this is the King of Accord, and these for 3 3/4 figures, they're just superb. Now I do find some of the plastic on some of the items to be a little bit soft. You have to be very careful with it, and I do find that some of the accessories don't fit real good. So some of the helmets, you get plenty of accessories, but I do find with some of the figures that you can't use some of the accessories because they just don't fit very well, but the detail, I mean, they really are exceptional figures. So very good. So that's the Knight of Accord. I'll have to start a new pile. And we have an Orc. So he's very cool. Look at some of those accessories you get there. They are just fantastic. And the Mage as well. So I don't think I have any more on my wish list at the moment. I know they've just released some horses which look really cool, so I might have to get a horse, I think. They'll make the wife happy. So 2 big parcels now, or 2 big figures. I got this beauty. Now, one of the War Machine, I looked at the Figure Arts War Machine, quite expensive to get now, and then I saw Big Bad Toy Store had this on sale. Now, I know some people have had issues, some QC issues with this figure before, so I'm hoping this is a good one. Now, this is Play Imaginative Super Alloy War Machine, so it has a lot of die cast in it, and let's show him from the back there. Now, we have, I'm not sure the story of it, but Comic Cave makes the figures now, and like I said, I do have the Iron Man on pre-order, so very keen to get that open and have a look at that. And one last thing here, and I had to make it a Mezco because as much as I was having a bit of a whinge about Mezco, I really do like the Mezco action figures. They are my favourite out of all the action figures. They're my favourite line, and I do have the Ascending Knight Batman. So I'm very thrilled to finally have this Batman. This has been sitting in my loot crate for ages, and I'm very, very happy to finally be able to rip this open. So this will probably be the first figure I rip open. And of course they have since this announced the Sovereign Knight Batman. He looks fantastic as well. So super pumped to have another Mezco for the collection. So whew, holy durly, that was a lot to get through. I don't know how long this video's gone on for, but too long probably. Anyway, well, I hope you did enjoy this little look at an action figure unboxing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new to my channel and you like this sort of thing, let me know, because I might do a bit more along the lines of action figures. Maybe not down to reviews, but just showing, maybe doing some more showcase videos or collection videos, things like that, and I can just supplement that with my Lego videos as well, because I'm always going to be doing Lego videos. So don't tune off because it's not Lego, because I have stacks of Lego on the way. And in fact, I've been working very hard on the Lego City, and I have a Lego City update, another one coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. But as usual, a big thank you for taking the time to watch. Give the video a thumbs up, because you gotta love action figures.
And now back to your regular Lego viewing.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.